Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. It's Sunday night, and therefore we have Phobies viewer games. We also had I would say, divisive patch, but the reality is the patch is not divisive. I'm fairly certain that it's actually unifying. I don't know how many games for this week we're going to be able to get through because the patch may have broken some of them. We'll have to see, but depending on how long this takes and whether I just feel exhausted, because I'm just like tired. I had a very long day yesterday. We'll see if we have time. I really do want to do a patch discussion, or really patch tirade, we'll say, on my own, and then I do intend to have another Face Your Fears podcast with Karst so we can discuss it together, because I think, I don't know, I've yet to see a single positive thing stated about the patch anywhere. Not a single person is defending it. And if somebody out there is supportive of this patch with the content, like, I think we're all comfortable with the idea, like, yes, good, they're doing patches. But if you out there, viewer, listener, whatever, like this patch and you think it is a healthy direction for the game due to the content that is in it, and we're talking about the balance patch here, I would love to know and what the reasoning is. And that's not to put you on blast. It's just I want to hear the other viewpoints. Because I got to be honest, I think it's doo-doo. But that aside, we're going to talk about viewer games. I, of course, have to let everybody know that I am part of the content affiliate program. That means that the Phobies team does, in fact, give me coffee. Oh, it's the end of the season. Give me coffee for producing Phobies content. So, yeah. Let's look at some viewer games. So somebody had said that they didn't want to see the MVP for, like, that's a good reason to hide everything, which is fine, I guess. Sure. So I will continue to do this. We have 6 games from a total of 2 different unique individuals. So we're going to go through stuff. If you're interested in submitting games, hit up the Random Thoughts Discord. There is a spreadsheet where you can fill out all the details so we can look at it. Yikes. Yeah, these look like they're all going to be broken. That one's broken. That one's broken. That one's broken. That one's broken. I am not exaggerating when I say we have 2 games. Because all of the ones from Painful Fate, but all of your games are broken due to the patch. So we have a whopping 2 games from Dear H that we're going to take a look at, and then I guess we'll have plenty of time to talk about the balance patch, so let's get into it. All right, so first game first. Well, it's really the 5th game first. This is Dear H. Good move by opponent to take down my level 5 Ash. Okay, sure. So we're here on Vicious Cycle, I believe. I gotta say that this round of Monster of the Week this week, the map pool was doo-doo. Spoiler alert for the balance discussion. I didn't sit down. I was debating whether to script it or not, but it's probably going to be off the cuff for at least this part. And therefore, I didn't get a chance to, like, really sit down and think about it. Mostly because I'm just exhausted talking about this, and I'll get into that later. But in general, I do not believe balance is even a top 10 concern for Phobies. Even within the scope of player retention. Now, part of that is because people, well, not people, specifically the devs, we don't have any sense of what they want Phobies to be. Like, what is the type of game that Phobies is going to be? Because based on this past patch, they think it's in a pretty good state, I think. I am of the opinion that they believe the game is in a good state. We'll leave that for a later discussion. So we do have Slayer coming out, Shove Shark from Bad Guy. Our hero does, in fact, have a Sentinel. Part of the big complaints right now. Counter Shove Shark. So this is actually, it's funny, like, this is what people are wailing about most. This is what people are wailing about most. Yeah. 24-turn game. Bad Guy has maxed out. Admittedly, they have double trappers, so they can use the Venus to try and clear out our hero's traps and or just lay down their own minefield. But I guess this is fine only because it's going to... Really? I don't know that this is worth it for Bad Guy. Like, I was originally going to say, like, oh, you push the bow up, maybe you take something with it, and then, because like, our hero would have to commit to kill it, most likely. So you get an okay trade, and then it frees up keys on Bad Guy's side. They can reinforce first, and whatever. But instead, I just don't love this. Screen shake in this game is so overwhelming. I like screen shake in games, so it doesn't bother me. I believe there's a setting to turn it off. I'm pretty sure there's a setting to turn it off. Furnace face? My brother in Christ, what are we doing? What is... It does reduce all damage. It's not just range, right? I guess, but like... Furnace Face is clearly supposed to be... I mean, the ability is named Smokescreen. Like, it's clearly intended to be anti-range, but they just put... Our hero just put a Cerberus on the board, so he's going to march his fat ass right up to you and just beat the snot out of you. What is the plan here? What is happening right now? I guess this was to avoid both the Cerberus and the Bad Omen? But, like... I gotta be honest. What is happening? I don't even know. Dead Bow Mangles. Bad Guy with 4 keys. Hero with 4 keys. Bad Guy has this conga line set up at the north of the map, and, like... What are we doing? This is an okay play if you think Bad Omen's, like, the biggest threat there is on this table right now. Alright, Glob is at least a reasonable answer to, the Cerberus. There are presumably 1, maybe 2 traps from the Venus. We don't have a way to off the Glob. Okay, so here's the Ash. I did not see who won this game. Given the notes, it's entirely possible that Bad Guy wins this game. I don't know if Bad Guy wins this game. Somebody's pinging me in Discord. I'll look at that after this game. We have plenty of time tonight. The good news is when I go to render this, it'll be much quicker. So Ash plus Shove Shark allows for a takedown on Corn, Not quite a kill on the glob yet, but I imagine this is a dead glob. This is probably a dead glob. It's not a dead glob. That is a double trap connection, though. It is possible for Cerberus to bite the dust here. Dude, that glob actually still has... Wait, what? Is that the better play? That feels like snatching victory from the... or snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. Almost said the actual saying there. In fact, I intended the reverse, because, like, if you keep the Cerberus glob, the only reason to do that is if the glob would not have survived, and then the Cerberus would have been freed. I think. It was a cool play to get the glob onto something else, but, like, the ash didn't matter at that point. I don't know. GG. I don't know. All right, let me check this in Discord real quick. What is this? Oh, it was a response to something else. That's for a different time. So let me mark these as broken, this one as completed, and then this game. All right, we get a shorter game on like and subscribe. Once again, DRH, our hero. Nothing more satisfying than taking down a 3.0. So, it's funny, as I was talking about the balance stuff earlier, and we'll get into it in a little while, apparently, because we're going to have plenty of time. I'm going to set it up as a separate recording, so anybody watching this on YouTube, check out that video later. One of the things that was going through my head was Evo 3.0. Alright, so our hero aggressively taking panic points, enemy panic points, which is interesting. I mean, we do have tickles there, so it's fairly tanky. The poison's not going to off it for a while, therefore bad guy has to, put in some effort to actually kill it. Follow-up is innocuous. I guess we're going to stay on topic today. Jar finishes off the tickles. Sarcasm is an interesting choice, trying to do their best Karst impression, I guess. I don't understand what Bad Guys Comp is doing. Like, what is it with people lately in did Temptress get a stealth buff that I'm unaware of or something? Or did I completely miss a previous balance patch where Temptress suddenly was... Like, people love Temptress. And we have seen it win a few times. I'm not going to say that it's never won a game, but, like, it's a bad phobie. Which is also going to be a balanced discussion thing. Like, people need to accept that some phobies are just straight up worse than others. Even within the context of their role. I'm a 2-range electrical. It's not good. A Voodoo Child 420, thank you for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. We're just looking at the final viewer game for this evening. And then, I guess we'll talk about the balance patch. I'll pull up the patch and we'll talk about it. So Dear H here, I don't know. The last game was weird. This game feels like a like and subscribe game. This is a like and subscribe game. Like, what are you going to do? Shove Shark coming out. I mean, like I said, I guess we're staying on topic tonight because that is going to be the crux of the balance discussion. I can tell you that much. Actually, it's not. I am going to do my best to educate people about better ways to look at balance. And I don't know. I've done probably a half a dozen videos on this over the years. And it's just that time again, I guess. This time I'm going to, and part of the reason why I want to break it out is so that I can always reference it. This is actually pretty interesting. Get the shove onto the stem until you realize, oh, it's just a bigger poke. You know what's strange in general? This is a 19-turn game, right? It's not that long of a game. Like, this is probably about the length that you would say, okay, that's a reasonable game. Wasn't overly long, wasn't problematic or anything like that. But there are a huge amount of what seem like wasted actions in this game. Like, how many one keys have already met their demise fighting over the center tile? The art is really cool. The art has always been one of the highlights of Phobies. The art and sound and just general, like, artistic design, artistic direction has always been top-notch. The creativity in Phobies is spectacular. And I do appreciate the team's very much willingness, and thank you for the follow, the team's willingness to, there we go, the old Shove Shark, kapow. Oh, we're going to stay there. Goon just whipping the crap out of, yep. Down goes Evo 3.0. That guy is tanky, but not as tanky as you'd think. As evidenced by our hero just pulverizing it. Yeah, that irony can be pretty ironic. Naturally, our hero backs up the takedown of Evo 3.0 with their own 3.0. Bad guy getting a little bit of electrical damage going down, but to be honest, like, the Goon has soaked the vast majority of this. You don't even... Okay, I was about to say you don't even kill the Goon. That's a huge amount of effort that bad guys going to have to put in, and they're going to lose just about everything here. They obviously don't lose everything because there's a couple more turns in this game, but that Evo is about to go ham. So that's 8 keys right there. 10 keys. Almost 13 keys, almost 19 keys worth of stuff. Well, maybe not almost 19. The Zappy's not really anywhere near death, but the Gravedigger hypothetically could have died. Do get the snipe from Zappy. Not enough. Oh my god, not enough to kill the Evo. Oof, bad guy in a bad spot. Bad guy in a bad way. Zappy does have the opportunity to reflect a whole bunch of damage to the Evo, but look at bad guy's heart health. I don't think any of this matters. Ball game. Sees the opening and takes it. Well done, dear H. So chat, those are all the viewer games for tonight. Like I said, I'm going to hang on for a little bit. We're going to talk about the balance patch that just hit this week. But if you're interested in submitting your own games, hit up the Random Thoughts Discord. The link for that, of course, is in the description of this video. But that's going to do it for this time. So as always, everybody, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And tune in next time for more Random Thoughts.